Namaste yogis, and welcome to our floor yoga class. This is a fantastic session to do whenever you're feeling a little bit lazy or under the weather, or you're just looking for an active recovery day. We're going to begin lying on our backs. Place the soles of the feet to touch and allow the knees to fall open wide. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on the abdomen, and simply begin by noticing your breath. As you breathe in, elongate the inhalation, filling up the top of the chest, the mid-ribs, and the low belly. As you exhale, completely empty of the breath. Take a few more rounds just like that. Full, complete inhale and exhale. Now seal the lips. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose, establishing a steady rhythm of breath that will guide you through your practice. On your next exhale, release the hands to the sides of the knees and gently press the knees up. Hug them into the body, rock side to side, massaging out the spine. And then let's place the left foot on the earth, the right ankle on top of the left knee. Hug the left knee into the torso and use the right elbow to press the right knee open. We'll enter into our first hip stretch here, using the breath to soften the body, not pushing, not forcing or straining, rather inviting the body to simply take this shape. On an exhale, release the left foot back to the earth, cross the right knee fully over the left, extend the arms to the sides, and drop the knees over to the left as you gaze to the right. You can use that left hand against the knees for a little leverage, wringing and twisting out the spine. On your inhale, draw the knees back to center. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Flex and point the toes a couple of times, massaging out the ankle. You can take a few circles in both directions, just exploring the full range of motion of the right ankle. And then from here, let's straighten the left leg. Pull the right toes just an inch or two closer to the torso, keeping the right leg straight. Notice where you feel that sensation and simply direct the breath there to create more spaciousness. And now hold on to the inside of that right foot with the right hand, Bend the right knee, coming into a half happy baby. Continue to press the left leg straight, not allowing the left hip to come off of the earth. And let's re-straighten the right leg. Hug it in one more time, just a little deeper. And this time hold on to that leg or foot with the left hand and allow the foot to drop about 2 inches over to the left. You should feel this on the outside of that right leg, getting into the IT band. So we're not dropping the foot and leg all the way over. Rather, just go a couple of inches until you feel that stretch on the outside of the right leg. Pause there for a few breaths. Come back to center and hug both knees into the chest. Let's come into our second side. Place the right foot on the earth and the left ankle on top of the right knee. Hug the right knee in and think of opening up through the left knee. So pressing the left knee away from the torso and at the same time hugging the right knee into the body. Use this as an opportunity to slow down the mind, to slow down the field of awareness that is generally going in many directions, and simply be present right here, right now, feeling the sensations in your body, noticing the breath, coming back to simplicity. And now let's replace the right foot on the earth. Wrap the left knee on top of the right. Arms extend. Knees will drop over to the right as you gaze to the left. Right hand can press against the knees for a little extra leverage in your twist. Wring out the spine and at the same time wring out any tension, stress, or anxiety from your mind. Just simply invite it to move out as you create space and calmness. Pull the knees back to center as you breathe in. Place the right foot on the earth and straighten the left leg. Clasp the ankle and point and flex through the foot. Take a few circles in each direction with the toes. And now hold on to the foot if that's accessible. Straighten the right leg, pressing the right hip down, balancing the weight evenly between the right and left hips. And now let's hold on to the inside of that left foot with the left hand. Bend the left knee, coming into a half happy baby. Press the knee down to the earth. Flex the left foot as if you're pressing the left heel to the sky and the left knee down to the mat. And now we'll re-straighten through the left leg. Hold on to the left foot with the left hand, and flexing the left foot, drop that leg over about 2 inches just until you feel the stretch on the outside of that left leg. Now draw that foot back to center, hug it in one more time, and release the left leg. Take a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead, point through the toes. And from here, let's place the hands under the bum, lift the heart to the sky, and if it's comfortable, tip the head back, lifting the chin to the sky as well. Coming into a fish pose. This is really good for expanding through the heart space, that fourth chakra as well as the throat chakra, opening the energy of self-expression. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep lifting the heart. Now gaze forward and lower onto the back. Rebend the knees, placing the feet flat on the earth. On an inhale, sweep the arms overhead as you lift the hips to the sky. Magnetize the knees toward one another. As you exhale, lower the hands down by the hips and lower the hips to the earth. Inhale, lift the hips and sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, release the hips and the arms. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, keep the hips lifted, but release the arms, clasp the hands underneath you, shimmy the shoulders side to side, and come into a full bridge pose, aligning the knees over the ankles, magnetizing the knees toward one another so they don't splay out to the sides, but rather they stay in line with the hip bones. Keep pressing the heart actively toward the sky. Release the hands, softly roll down one vertebrae at a time. From here, let's come on to our right side. We're going to take a side body stretch. So this is kind of like laying on the beach. You're going to keep the right elbow underneath the right shoulder, stack the hips right on top of one another. The tendency is for that top hip to roll forward or back. So just look down, make sure it's stacked directly on top of the right hip. And if you'd like a little bit more side stretch, you can come on to the right palm, pressing that into the mat, straightening the elbow. Just relax the head today. Just let the neck go. No tension, no strain. You should feel this in the right side body. If you're not feeling it there, then just make the adjustments to stack the hips on top of one another, or perhaps walk that right hand a little closer to the body. Let's softly begin to make our way out of the pose. Roll onto your belly. We'll come into a Sphinx pose before taking that on the other side. So in Sphinx pose, elbows and shoulders are stacked. This is another place that we lead with the heart. So imagine the heart moving forward. The gaze can be directed straight out in front of you, or maybe slightly up to the sky. Rather than being passive in this pose, stay active, continuously moving the heart forward. Now we'll come onto the other side, roll onto the left hip, stack the hips on top of one another. Make sure that the left elbow is under the shoulder. You can stay right here, or for a little bit more opening in that side body, come onto the left palm, keeping it in line with the hips. Relax the head over to the left shoulder. And see how much you can let go here. You put your body into this shape, and after that, your only work is to simply breathe and allow the musculature to stretch, elongate, and expand. Let's take a breath in, and as we breathe out, roll back to the belly. From here, let's extend the arms beside the hips. Lift the palms as if you're pressing them up to the sky. Lift the heels, the shins, and as much as you can, lift the quadriceps off of the mat. Everything is lifting. Feet, legs, arms, triceps engaged. Hold it here for a breath or two. And then release, right ear to the mat. Simply surrender the body, let it go. Yoga is so much about balancing the active poses, the strength and the engagement with moments of passivity and calmness. It's a really great practice, not only for our physical body, but a good practice for life. Learning to balance activity with stillness. Bring the head back to center. On an inhale, lift the torso, interlace the fingers, and pull the hands toward the back of the mat. Lift the legs, coming into Shalabhasana pose. Open the shoulders and keep lifting everything up. Heels up, hands up, head up. As you exhale, release, left ear to the mat, full body prostration. Just take a moment here to surrender, as if you're doing a belly shavasana. Just completely let go. As you breathe in, return the head to center, bend the knees, reach back and clasp the outsides of the feet or the ankles. As you breathe in, flex the feet and pull them toward the back of your mat. Allow this action of the feet pulling back to open the heart and the chest. Take a couple of breaths here, continuing to stay engaged with the posture. So continuing to pull the feet back. As you exhale, release. Place the palms under the shoulders. Press back into a wide leg child's pose. Come back to the rhythm of your breath, in and out, creating the steady pulse. Inhale and exhale. Feel how that breath connects you to something deeper. In many traditions, the breath is synonymous with spirit. And in fact, in Latin, the word breath is the same as the word spirit. So use your breath to connect to your spirit. Let's inhale, rise back up, coming into a tabletop pose. On an inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow, gazing forward. And exhale, round the spine. Move back and forth, linking breath and movement, spirit and body, all unified through your yoga practice. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Walk the knees forward on the mat. Sit back onto the heels. Place the palms behind you with fingertips facing toward the feet. Open the heart to the sky. Drop the head back. Stay here, expanding through the heart and opening through the shoulders. And let's rise back up. Come into a kneeling position. Place the palms on the low back. As you inhale, drop the head back. Keep the hips aligned over the knees. Heart as if it's being pulled upward. If you're comfortable, you can reach back and place the hands on the heels and then re-shift the hips so that they're aligned over the knees. Bring the hands back to the low back and let's rise up. From here, we'll simply sit back onto the sit bones, extend the legs forward, flex the feet, reach the arms high, and as you exhale, hinge forward into a forward fold, remembering you're fresh out of a back bend, so be gentle. Be mindful with your movement. Go only until you feel some sensation and then pause. Let the breath take it from there. As you breathe in, rise back up to a seat. Bend the knees and place the palms behind you. Coming into one more heart and shoulder opener. Lift the hips up to the sky. Keep the toes pointing forward. And if it's comfortable for the neck, drop the head back. Stay active in this pose, so keep lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Pressing firmly into the hands, and then gaze forward before dropping the hips down to the mat. And now let's roll all the way down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. Extend the feet up to the sky. Know that you can stay right here with this modified legs up the wall, or if you have a wall close by, you're welcome to move towards your wall and just rest the legs on the wall. It's a very restorative, nurturing pose. For those of you that would like, you can come into plow pose by extending the feet over the head, interlacing the hands and straightening through the elbows. If you're in plow pose, support the back and slowly begin to roll down to a flat back position. And let's all lower the legs, engaging the core as we come down to our savasana, our final resting pose. Let the body completely surrender and relax. Scan your body. Notice where you might be holding on to tension and see if you can let it go here. Give yourself the gift of presence and relaxation. Begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back into the body. Extend the arms overhead and receive a full, deep stretch. Hug your knees in and softly rock yourself up to a seated position. Keep the gaze soft or the eyes closed. Draw your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to connect with that deeper aspect of yourself. That same place within me connects to you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.